illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning, my catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi, my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel, that probably baffle it. Label scribble on paper, they wanna shackle it. I own my masters and royalties, you can't raffle it. Wrist drip like a mango, fingertips like I'm Thanos. Knocking those down, no bangles. Without a Kango, tailor-made. Walk with a limp, them bands is heavy, I need a brace. I am money, I guess the world is just a safe combination needed, not a coca key. I'm the extra lighter on the dresser. I know you need it, smoking out the competition, pouring up, we undefeated. What you heard, let's heard, we eating, talking about extra with a splash, extra acting bad, pull it like parades on parades, extra with the slab, pay what it cost for the tab, extra with the band, young Chris a king, better add extra on the. I go extra to be great, I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake, I got extras on the plate, I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Ford Field. Fielded right around the 8. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They start the drive with Cook. Up to the 20. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
4 yards on the pickup there is going to leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Now, this defense for the Lions, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stringer hauled in over the middle by Rager. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
A run there with Cook on 1st down, but it won't net him much, maybe a yard. 2nd down coming up.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. Touchdown, Vikings!
Touchdown.
Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A try here for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0.
Lions, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So they gave up the big play on the touchdown in the first drive, Charles, and now they were looking for a big play of their own. Instead, they throw the interception.
And, Brandon, they came right out and went for it, trying to push the ball downfield. But remember, the other side ran a few plays before their big one, so they got a little impatient there, and it cost them.
Kirby Joseph there to drop it. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Cook again. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they take possession of the football and have it at their 36-yard line.
Well, partner, they run empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Hey, green. Black shot.
Following the fumble recovery, Madsen. And this one is incomplete. These two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the Lions who got the road victory in that one, so they'll be looking to claim the season series now here at home in Detroit. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Madsen. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. The Lions at 7-2 here on the year. Their head coach, he's got them believing in themselves. They've won 7 of their last 9 games now.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Jamison Williams is the ball carrier. The tackle made just shy of midfield. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
6. Yo, blue. Smash, red. 6, 7.
Back to throw again. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Drill green. Dog red. Field black.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. And that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On 1st and 10. Short. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out in a hurry. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stringer. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or two inside the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Swift. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times. And what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
The tight end in motion right. Second down, they go right back to Coop. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
To throw on 3rd down, Stringer. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
To throw on 2nd down. Stringer. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Stringer. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. Touchdown! Justin Jefferson, 28 yards. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Point after try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Lions nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Madsen. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Green jack. Slide through. Ultra. Red, cycle.
Operating from the gun. Madsen. He's got this complete to Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Drill, 52, red, yellow, white. Maggot. Black shot.
2 minutes to play. First half. It's 14-0.
Ready. Nice, 97. Ready.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hole.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
Back to throw. Madsen going deep downfield for Ross. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 33. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off play action. Stringer. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's 3rd and 5.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Stringer. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kirby Joseph. And some space here. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points in the ballgame.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room. No points on the board. Not playing well defensively. Deflated. And now, things may have changed for them.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Let's go.
The final shot before break. Stringer. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Off-play action. Stringer. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is taken at the 23. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped. and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Stringer. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football. Now zapped right back in the other direction.
The Lions take on 1st and 10 at the Vikings 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Complete to number 7. Gametime brings up 2nd and 1 at the 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Lions, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Strikers, 3-3. Set.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Right, 60. Check 6. Check right. Ready?
This is Swift on the counter. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The 17-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake. Stringer, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And, Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football. Just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Play action. Stringer under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Off the play fake. Stringer. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He was tackled in the 27. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Vikings 14.
Second down at 4.
Blue striker. You hell.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Looking to throw on second down. Short. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Justin Ross. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they? And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
First down, Minnesota.
On first down, Stringer. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, there's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Stringer. It's complete to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A gain there of 21 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
His throw incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll put him in 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Coop will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I'm going to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football, you've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Off play action. Madsen. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Off the play fake. Short. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Again, he'll drop to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Second and 6. From the gun, here's Swift. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
On fourth down, short. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone, and with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
Looking to throw. Stringer. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw on second down. Stringer. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. And the tight end goes in motion left. Throwing on third and long. Stringer. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. 37 yards. And the Lions add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nifty move. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, I think the hope is, you know, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And able to work his way down to the 16. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Short. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Looking to throw. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit...
And it'll be intercepted. And the Vikings come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Lions, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move